guys, welcome to Tech News. Stuff with a lot of tech and not a lot of news.
Not much this week.
Today on the docket we have Western Digital is shutting down a bunch of major hard drive factories to focus on solid-state drives. So what do you think this means for the future of A, budget PC building, and B, just the future of the stuff in general?
With budget
market?
PC building, I feel like they'll be forced eventually to get like smaller SSDs. SSDs are becoming cheaper, so like a 500 gig would probably be cheap enough to put in a budget PC eventually, and then they'll just have to not have much stuff on their computer or use things like Google Drive to get like a terabyte of space.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know. I mean, it kind of sucks. I use the old drives too for all my bulk files, so having to buy a 2 terabyte hard SSD would cost like $300.
Yeah. Like a 1 terabyte now is like 100, 150, and your
That's not
regular
bad.
and your regular hard drive is like $50 for 1 terabyte.
I feel like that's for 2.
No, that's for one.
Really?
Yeah.
What is a 2?
2 sits around 80. A 3 is like 100 ish, and then a 4 is like 100.
Still though, that's
20,
over
130.
100% increase in price.
Yeah.
So, and they're gonna go up if they stop producing them. So,
Probably actually.
like,
Especially-
it'll get to a point where you might as well get an SSD because the regular hard drive will be just as expensive.
Yeah, and significantly slower.
Yeah.
It's super weird though. I wouldn't expect them to just completely shut down factories for.
Yeah, I know that SSDs are the big thing right now, but like most workplaces and people who don't want to spend a bunch of money on their PCs, just use regular hard drives. There's still almost every hard drive has one, so
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that just uses SSDs.
Unless they have like bulk money to shell out.
Yeah, I don't. Not too poor, but I do like the direction. I like a world where everybody has SSDs and that's all we have. Like, that is a lot faster and it's a lot better and it's a lot more reliable. They're less prone to drive failures and stuff, I think too. So, it's a better for the world. It's just not better for our wallets, and that's pretty much the story of technology. Speaking of not better for our wallets, our favorite company, Nvidia, I say that sarcastically, they're frustrating, has over 1 million, reportedly, allegedly, has over 1 million next-gen graphics cards, the 11 series, ready for mass shipment. But they're holding off because they want to sell what they have left of the 10 series first. Which kind of sucks because a lot of people I know are waiting to buy the 11 series. That's why they're not
Me
buying
included.
the 10 series.
Yeah.
Cue Cody.
Fuck the 10 series.
Well, I mean, I
11
like
series is literally right there.
Yeah, so at that point, it sucks. Somebody's got to buy them, and at the higher price, they'll be cheaper as soon as the 11 series comes out. So that kind of sucks.
Yo, Elon Musk, please just buy all of them. Just make the world a better place.
Buy all of them and use them as something stupid.
I don't know, just shotgun them or something. I don't know.
Donate them to charity. Use them to save some kids out of a cave.
True. Speaking of processing, what? MSI hints AMD will be releasing AM4 processors with more than 8 cores. Supposedly, they're working on 12 to 16 mainstream Ryzen processors, as opposed to, I think the 1920X has 12 cores. I know the 1950X has 16 cores and 32 threads.
Are those... Well, that's more than 8 already.
Yeah, but those are the Threadrippers.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Which are significantly more expensive.
Yeah, the Threadripper is... Yeah, that's something else. Don't they have a Ryzen with more than 8 cores?
Yeah, the Threadrippers.
That's the only one?
Yeah,
Oh.
at the moment.
I don't know. I don't know that much. I know that there's the 8-core ones, which is the ones I would get. I don't know.
Yeah. Like from the 1700 to the 1800X all have 8 cores. I know the 2700X has 8 cores. I don't know if there's a 2800X. I should actually
When
look
I
that
was
up real
shopping for
quick.
processors, I was between an 1800X and what I got. So, I think. Either that or it was a 1700X. I don't remember which one, but I think it was an X one. That's pretty cool. So they're going to have a Ryzen chip that has more than 8 cores but isn't a Threadripper. So it'll be like a cheaper
supposedly,
one.
yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And they might have done that because, and speaking of more cores, Intel is releasing yet another 8th gen version of the 8700K, even after they released the 86K.
8086.
8086K, something
Yeah.
like that, yeah. Which I mean, it's just a
The
faster
world's
8700K.
first 5 gigahertz processor. Not really.
Oh.
But I think it turbos up to 5.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
fast. It made me kind of shitty because I just bought mine, and now they made a better one. But I didn't buy it, luckily, because there's already a better one coming out, and it hasn't even been out but like 2 months, right? I mean, it hasn't been that long.
The 8086?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're already releasing another one this fall. It's another version of the 8700K that's gonna have 8 cores, and no information on exactly what the like core clock counts are gonna be, like the speeds. But I mean, that's awesome. It just kind of sucks for people who just bought the other two. They need to. Why don't they just?
Womp.
They released a bunch of small upgrades. They're just like breadcrumb. Okay, buy the next one. Okay, buy the next one. I'm not doing it.
And
I'm not buying them
then
anymore.
suddenly they're like, oh, 6 core. Oh wait, 8 core. It's like,
Yeah, it was a big deal when they went to 6 core because it took them literally years. Like,
and
it's
now
like
it took
6
them,
years.
like, less than a month to go
Yeah.
to the 8 core one.
Yeah, because I guess Ryzen's doing a little too good or a little better than they expected initially, because I know a lot of people that have those. So,
Hey, thanks Obama.
oh, if only. And speaking of hot markets for processors,
Speaking of hot,
nice segue.
Speaking of hot, the new MacBook Pros with the i9 in particular are overheating and thermal throttling. Not that that hasn't been a common thing with Apple.
As a at present I am MacBook Pro owner, but I don't really use it that much anymore. Yes, they get extremely hot, and I just had the cheapest one that you could get at the time back in 2011 when I bought it for college. If you use it on your lap, it gets really, really hot. I think in the manual it says that you're supposed to put it on a flat surface. Like, you're not actually supposed to put it on your lap or particularly on like bed sheets or covers or like carpet or anything, which is where I used it all the time when I lived at my parents' house back when I was in school. So yeah, it overheats it gets really hot, like hot enough to where it burns you when you touch it.
Yeah, the problem is with MacBooks in particular, they'll just let the processor run at maximum speed and won't bother to like turn it down, so it just spikes in thermal throttles.
So macOS has
time.
no thermal throttling.
No, it does have thermal throttling. It'll just let the processor run as fast as it can, and then it thermal throttles.
Oh, so if you're doing nothing, it runs at max. That's what you're saying?
Sort of. Like if you were to game on a MacBook Pro, quote unquote. If you were to game on it, the processor would be running at 100%, like all the time. Like it would just let it run as fast as it need to, and then just thermal throttle itself when it needs to cool down.
So in a loading screen, it would be 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
A little bit.
Nobody games on Macs anyway. It's not that much of an issue.
Well, no, but I mean, people do like video editing.
Oh
and
yeah, that's true.
rendering
That's
and
kind
stuff.
of like what they go for
4K
as far as
rendering
their market.
for the Pro, yeah.
Well, that's all I had. China has a laser rifle. I think that's pretty cool. He didn't want to put this in this video, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it anyway.
that is pretty sick.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
And also kind of scary that we don't have that, but they do. So
Is it like it shoots lasers and then stuff blow up or catch on fire?
it catches stuff on
Wow,
fire.
that's pretty cool.
Right?
Can I get one of those?
Right? Elon Musk, make those. Make the world a better place. You already armed everybody with flamethrowers. Laser rifles should be next. It's like playing Fallout in VR all over again.
Basically. Only
Well-
without a shitty UI.
Oh yeah, it's really bad. Anyway, that's all I have for the news this week. Tune in next week.
See
Like
ya.
and subscribe. Maybe. Please?
We only have 3, so please help. I need to feed my family.